In this video, we're going to talk about the PS1 email writing structure and tips so that you guys can succeed on your email writing. So first, when we get a question on your PS1, the first step is to look at the scenario. So read the scenario, get all the background information. So you and your friend both set each other up on a blind date last night. Your friend just wrote you this email to ask how your date went and tell you a little bit about how their date went. Respond to the following email by answering all the questions and provide follow-up questions about the date. So first thing is read through the email. Second thing is to notice how they called us their amigo, amiga. So this tells us that this can be, your response can be in the tú form instead of usted form because it can be more informal because they're calling you friend. The second thing we want to notice after we have read it is where all of the questions are that they have asked us. So I went through, marked all the questions so that we make sure that we respond to those. And then we also notice how they said goodbye to us. So they said that they're our friend as well. So that also tells us that it should be in the tú form. So that tells us how we need to address them when we start in our response. So because they said from your friend, I said hola amiga, and then I wrote my response. So what you can notice with this response is that is all to the left, and I have paragraphs. So how this is broken up is I said the greeting, hola amiga, and I got that from how they wrote their goodbye. And then I wrote a greeting sentence. I said, thank you for writing me. I need to talk to you about this. I'm excited that you wrote to me, something like that, a greeting sentence. And then another paragraph, you're going to skip down another paragraph and answer all the questions that they asked. And in the next paragraph, the last one, you're going to ask questions. You're going to ask at least 4 questions. And then finally, you're going to say a goodbye. And you're going to write your name there to say goodbye. So looking at the PS1 rubric, you're going to firstly need to answer all the questions. To just basically get a 2.0, you have to answer almost all the questions. You should really shoot for all the questions. And then including a novice level elaboration. So going in and elaborating on each one of the questions instead of basically answering it. Next, you need to create at least 4 questions related to the topic. So it needs to be related to what they wrote you about. And then also, they need to have like novice level question complexity. So they don't have to be very long questions. They can be to reach that 3.0, 4.0. Next, with the comprehensible part of it, you should have your answers should be 70% of questions using correct grammar, syntax, and usage. So that'd be conjugations and adjective agreement. So it's important to go back and look at your response before turning it in, making sure all that's correct. Also using basic vocabulary, you can use your vocab cuaderno to help you out with that from the unit. Also, it can have some errors, including spelling, accents, punctuation, capitalization, but it should not get in the way of someone being able to understand your email response. Finally, it should also include a basic cultural reference. You can get these from remembering what you learned from the assignments in class, like exploración de citas, exploración de machismo, things to know about your first date. So this video should have helped you know what to do on a PS1 email response.